Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. I'm here today to talk about some book to movie and book to TV series adaptations that are available to watch on Netflix and Prime Video bar 1 or 2, and these are movies and TV shows that I have watched or I want to watch. I'm not a big movie or TV show person, and if I were to start a TV series, that would drag on for years. It feels like I watch Friends over a span of I think 3 or 4 years, and I've only watched that whole series, like 10 seasons, once. And that's the kind of distraction I feel when I have to watch a movie or TV show. Like, I constantly need something going on. Not that I don't enjoy watching them. Like, I do enjoy watching a well-made movie or TV show, but I don't know, I tend to not go down that path. I prefer to go down this path instead. And if I happen to watch something on Netflix or Prime or anything for that matter, people will be surprised. Yeah, as it happened recently when I binge watched the whole first season of Dash and Lily, and people are like, "Are you sure it's you?" I'm like, don't worry, this could be a one-off thing. It completely depends on my mood. So in today's video, I'll be talking to you about some book to movie or book to TV show adaptations that I have watched and loved, or which I really want to watch. So without any further ado, let's dive right into this video and let me share with you all the adaptations that I have watched or am super excited to watch. A quick reminder, if you'd like to buy any of the books mentioned in this video, then please use my Amazon affiliate links in the description box below. And if you'd like to become a Prime member after watching this video and availability on there, then also please use my Amazon affiliate link that is mentioned in the description box below. It would be of immense help to me. So the first adaptation is a movie adaptation, which is called The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel by Society by Mary Ann Schaffer and Annie Barrows. You might have heard of the book. I might have spoken about it on my channel before, but this is one of my most favorite books of all time, and it was made into a Netflix movie starring Lily James and Michelle Huisman and Matthew Good as well. And I must say, I was a little disappointed in the movie. Like, us bookworms have that thing, right? Book to movie adaptations are never going to satisfy us, and that is a rule in general. Although there are a few exceptions here and there which we come across, this was one such movie. But I must say that if you haven't read the book and or if you are a film buff, then there's a higher possibility that you will like this movie. But I love that Juliet Ashton is Lily James. I mean, she fit the role perfectly, and I've always had a crush on Michelle Huisman, and that man was amazing as Dorsey Adams. I mean, I don't think there could have been another Dorsey Adams ever. And to see the story go through Guernsey and how Juliet makes friends and the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel by Society meeting up and all of that, it sort of made me so happy also in some ways. But like I mentioned before, if you go into it with fewer expectations, you will love the movie. That's for sure. But obviously read the book first, no? Second is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This is an adaptation that I have not watched. I really want to watch it, and the problem is that I haven't found this anywhere. So if you find the movie up on any of these channels like Netflix or Prime Video or anywhere else, then please let me know, because I am really looking forward to watching this movie starring Gregory Peck. It started as such a huge classic, and I really want to watch it, especially because I love To Kill a Mockingbird so much. The movie also came out way back when, and I've heard nothing but great things about this book, and that Gregory Peck is amazing as Atticus Finch, and I just want to watch the movie. And it's on my goals for this year also to watch movie adaptations or TV series adaptations based on books that I have loved, and this is one of those things, but I haven't been able to find it everywhere. Maybe I should look for it on Hotstar. That's an idea that just occurred to me. Number 3 is Mudbound by Hilary Jordan. This was an adaptation, a movie adaptation that was nominated for the Oscars in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. This stars Mary J. Blige, Jason Mitchell, Carey Mulligan, Garrett Hedlund and Jason Clarke. This follows the story of a white man who has relocated to a village to take up farming. It's his dream, he thinks, and all of that. This is set in 1946, and how racism and the notion that black people are supposed to work for white people, it's still there. The notion of slavery, even though it was abolished, the white people still look down on black people, and the way this family's relationship with their farm, with each other, with the people around them, with the black people around living on their estate. This forms the entire story. But I was about to give you more details. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I just don't want to spoil it for you. Mary J. Blige was nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for this movie. She didn't win, but it was a huge thing. Plus, to see her acting, it was something out of this world. And I must tell you that it's a sad story, but it's also full of hope in a few ways. Number 4 is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton, and this is, I think, one of the most famous book to movie adaptations of all time. It has sequels and spin-offs and so much more as well. And the first Jurassic Park movie starred Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, Sam O'Neill, Richard Attenborough, and even I think Samuel L. Jackson makes an appearance somewhere. And the idea that recreating dinosaurs and putting them in a park, it's something crazy, obviously, but it also made for such great entertainment. And I must say that the CGI that they've used in the movie, it was made in, I think, 94, 93, 94. I'm not really sure about the year. But it has some great entertainment value, which you can watch, you can get scared, you can look in awe and everything. And Laura Dern is amazing in this movie. She's a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful actress. She is a star. And also Jeff Goldblum. He is debonair, you could say. Yes, you should definitely go watch it if you haven't watched it already. It's available on both Netflix and Prime Video. If you'd like to go check that out, highly recommend you do. Number 5 is a book to movie adaptation that I am really looking forward to watch this year, and that is The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. And this stars, let me tell you the cast: Mackenzie Foy, Rachel McAdams, Jeff Bridges, Marion Cotillard, Benicio del Toro, Ricky Gervais, James Franco, Paul Rudd, Paul Giamatti. I mean, you have a super duper amazing cast, okay, over here. How much more awesome can you get? Because you have all these big names and you see the trailer and you're like, okay, I don't know how it's going to be, but then you are also excited because you is me in this situation. I'm also so excited to watch this because The Little Prince is one of my favorite books of all time. Yes, you can finish it in half an hour, but it is my favorite nevertheless because of the themes that it explores, of showing humans a mirror in the form of an extraterrestrial being coming to Earth and talking to a pilot who has crashed in the Sahara and telling him the truths that we are loath to admit. And I am super excited to watch this. But yes, The Little Prince is available on Netflix and I will be watching it soon. Number 6, the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series by Jenny Han. I have watched the first movie in this series, which is called To All the Boys I've Loved Before. All the 3 movies have come out by now. I think the third one released this year. And when I watched the first movie, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, I loved Noah Centineo as Peter Kavinsky. I know Peter Kavinsky can be a bit of an arse because of the decisions that he takes, and I don't know, maybe that's the whole point of that character that Jenny Han was trying to show. He has shades of grey within him, and not because he's bad or something. And I'm saying that because he takes certain decisions that he knows won't bode well, but he still takes them in anyway. And that is something that is debatable right now. The second and third movies I haven't watched. I don't know, I don't feel like going and watching, but then I love the book so much, so maybe I can make myself go watch them all. They are available on Netflix, so maybe I could do that. Oh, number 7 is a book and movie. Both of them are completely bonkers, and we watched this in a theater. And this movie, based on a book by Gillian Flynn, Gone Girl it's called. I mean, that was nuts. There are so many pages in the book. You turn each page and you have no idea what's coming. And I don't even know how to explain this book because it's that crazy. And watching the movie and to see it all played out on screen, it was such a chilling experience. And Rosamund Pike was creepy as hell. And even to this day, when I see Rosamund Pike, I say Amy Dunn, because she was that good in that movie. And oh my god, her acting skills are superb, out of this world. And if you can, go watch Gone Girl. I think it's A-rated because of the violence in there. So please be careful if you decide to go watch it. And also please remember that trigger warnings for this book are explicit violence, swearing, and there's also sexual assault in there. So please be very careful. This is available on Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video, if you would like to go and watch it. Number 8 is One Day by David Nichols, and this movie stars Anne Hathaway and Jim Sturgess. I think his name is pronounced. I'm not sure how it is pronounced, and this is available on Netflix. I have watched this movie only in bits and parts. I've never watched the whole movie for whatever reason, and maybe it's because I love the book so much that I can't bring myself to go and watch it in its entirety because I'm scared that the movie is going to wreck my thoughts and the way I see the book. Maybe that's going to happen, but I don't think so, because whatever bits and pieces I've watched, Anne Hathaway and Jim Sturgess are phenomenal in it. I just have to see how they are in the movie as an entirety. But that green dress that she wears towards the end, I wish I could carry that off. That's a phenomenal dress. That's such a pretty dress, and Anne Hathaway with a pixie cut and in that dress and in her heels, she is stunning to say the least. And that's just one of the reasons I want to watch the movie. And it's only because of that I'll probably stomach the possibility that the movie might not be as good as the book. Next is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, and this adaptation, book to movie adaptation, stars Logan Lerman, Emma Watson, Ezra Miller. Yeah, it's available on Netflix, and apparently it also stars big stars like Mae Whitman, Paul Rudd is in it. I mean, come on. And Nina Dobrev. And I can safely say that in my opinion, this is one of those rare occurrences when I liked the movie better than I liked the book. Because the book, I think I gave 3.5 or something. The movie was on a different level altogether. Maybe because Emma Watson was in it. But Logan Lerman was also amazing in this movie, and I enjoyed watching the, artistic touch to how you can make these three people's lives more interesting and more aesthetic in its own way. And I loved it. I loved the movie more than I loved the book, and there will be some people going, but it's my opinion, no, please. If I haven't mentioned before, this is available on Netflix if you want to go check that out. Next is Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery, and an adaptation of this is available on Netflix. It's called Anne with an E, and you know what? They cancelled the show, and people were up in arms against it, but they are still not reviving it for some reason. Apparently this show is so good, it's super amazing, and they will continue other shows, but they won't continue shows like this apparently. I think this got like 2 seasons or 3 seasons. I'm not really sure how many seasons, but come on, the story of a little girl in Green Gables and her energy, man, the very memory of reading about her energy, about the passion with which she speaks on every single day, the positivity that she has, and her mere energy. That's all I'm going to say. That is enough to make me, because I can't muster even 10% of that energy. What 10? 1% also I can't muster. But to read about someone else doing all that, it brought a huge smile to my face, and I really want to watch Anne with an E. Next is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and I think this the movie adaptation came out last year. It was a Netflix movie. It's available on Netflix, obviously. Netflix movie, Netflix. But yes, this stars Lily James and Armie Hammer, and I don't know, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about the movie, which veered onto the negative side. But somehow, the very memory of me reading Rebecca and loving the book makes me want to go watch this movie. De Winter wasn't that romantic, and that one piece of information, it's been niggling at the back of my mind whenever I think Rebecca movie. I'm like, but I don't know, maybe some switch will flip in my mind and I will go and watch the movie. Who knows? I mean, there are a bunch of others also, but next is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, and this is a book to movie adaptation, and it's available on Netflix. This stars Elle Fanning and Justice Smith. I wasn't a huge fan of the book. I mean, it's not that I hated it. I didn't even dislike it. I did have a few issues with it somewhere. I think I've talked about it in an Instagram post. If you'd like to go check that out, I leave the link in the description box below. But yeah, I think I gave it 3.5 stars if I'm not mistaken. I read this last year, so the details are a little fuzzy, but the reason why I want to watch this movie is that maybe it will be redeemed. Maybe the story will be redeemed for me. And that is about the only reason that I want to watch the movie. When the movie came out, people were all going nuts about it. And I was like, And then it just stayed there. Because of my experience with the book, it's just there. But maybe one day when I'm like, okay, fine, let's see what all the hype is about, then maybe I'll go watch it. Who knows? Who can tell the future? We can't tell. Nobody can tell. Next up is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan, and oh boy, you know what? The book I was okay with. I mean, it's a fun, fast-paced. Like, you want to know about Asians? Read this book about rich Asians, and feel bad about your lack of richness. And yeah, and ever since I saw that Henry Golding was in this movie as the main character Nick Young, I'm like, I lost it. I haven't watched the movie for whatever reason, but he is so good looking. What the heck? It's not fair. But this also stars Constance Wu as Rachel Chu, and Awkwafina, Michelle Yeoh, Gemma Chan, and Ken Jeong. I mean, that's the only cast that I can recollect right now. But I haven't had the motivation to go and watch any movie. I mean, there's got to be something to make me go watch it. And for this movie, it's Henry Golding. But yes, I have some content planned around movies as well, because I'm planning to watch some movies. Hopefully Crazy Rich Asians will be one of those. Next up is Wonder by RJ Palacio. This was made into a movie starring Jacob Tremblay as the kid Augie Pullman, and Julia Roberts as the mother, Owen Wilson as the father, and Isabella Widowich as a sister. And this is an adaptation that I watched before reading the book. And somehow this is also an adaptation that I loved more than I loved the book. I mean, the book is great as well. It's a great read, especially for beginners. There's so much to learn in that as well. You can up your vocabulary. It's simple to read, so you can breeze through it. And there's a lot of things going over there. But the movie, it somehow made me emotional in a way that the book didn't, and especially towards the end I was like crying, and I'm like Okay, I need to read the book now. And I don't know how it happened that we watched the movie before I read the book. Maybe because I didn't have the book at that point in time. But then again, I think it's okay. Once in a while, it's okay, no? At least that's what I'm telling myself. But please do go watch this adaptation. It's amazing. Jacob Tremblay is simply phenomenal as Augie Pullman. Just go watch it. It's available on Prime Video as well as Netflix. So, what are you waiting for? Last on this list is Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. This is Elizabeth Gilbert's own story. And in the adaptation, the movie adaptation, Julia Roberts plays Elizabeth. She plays Liz. And there's also Javier Bardem in this movie. And there's, let me see the cast. James Franco, Richard Jenkins, Billy Crudup, Viola Davis. I don't remember any of these because this was like, I don't even remember when I watched this. But it was not the best adaptation of any book for that matter, but it was well made, I feel like. I mean, it's got a lot of bad reviews also. The book is one of my favorite books of all time. It's so special to me because that was where I realized what I wanted to do in life and what I loved. And Elizabeth Gilbert's explanations, her descriptions, everything sends me over the moon. Just reading it, I don't have to experience it along with her because by reading that, I am experiencing it along with her. And to watch that played out on screen, I was really happy to watch it. Yes, I will agree that it's not the best. I mean, it's not like an amazing adaptation or something, but it is soothing. It was soothing to me at least. So I would recommend that you do go watch it. I think this is available on Netflix. So those were all the book to movie and book to TV series adaptations that I had for you, some of which I watched, some of which I want to watch. Which of these books have you read? Which of these shows have you watched? Which of these movies have you watched? Which did you like? Which did you not like? What did you think of this video? Should I keep doing this kind of video every now and then? And I do have a sort of a movie and TV show related video coming to you, I think in early May, and it will happen every single month from now on. But whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to chat with you. Another quick reminder, if you'd like to buy any of the books mentioned in this video, then please use my Amazon affiliate links in the description box below. And if you'd like to become a Prime member, then that link will also be in the description box below. Please use these links. It would be of immense help to me. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.